Hey, there's a fairly new restaurant that's opened in Colfax, but there's more to it than just the restaurant part of it. That's what we're going to talk about here this half hour. And it's not a sales pitch for the restaurant, but it's part of our monthly Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University segment. About 6 months ago, a place called Bumpers Pub and Play opened up. Now, a lot of the locals will remember it as an old 8-lane bowling alley. Well, they've taken 4 of the lanes out, left 4 of the lanes, and they've turned it into a restaurant and party center, and you can bowl there. And what's also neat about it is the 4 lanes they took out has been turned into the bar and the tables, so it really speaks to the character and the history of this place. And we're very happy to have in studio with us Bart Rigsby, who's the general manager of Bumpers Pub and Play, and joining us in a few minutes will be the director of the Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University, Karen Bissoni. But let's bring Bart Rigsby in right now. Welcome to WJBC.
Well, Mark, thank you very much for having us in. We appreciate it.
This sounds like a really neat place because there's some history there. You were telling me that the building that the restaurant and party center and bowling alley is in, before it was any of those things, at one time, it was a grocery store.
That's correct.
It was a hardware store, and then it was eventually turned into 8-lane bowling.
That's correct, and we believe that started around 1958, Mark. All the bowling machines are original from that period, so none of those have been changed out.
You're the owner, or you're the general manager.
I'm the general manager,
Jim
yes.
Kirkpatrick is the owner. What gave him the idea that this place could be turned into a restaurant, and where did he come up with this really neat idea of, instead of just shutting the bowling alley down, just, hey, let's have the best of both worlds?
Jim got involved. He understood there was a restoration project going on in Colfax. They were trying to upgrade and get some more businesses into Colfax, and Jim was aware of this, and some of the surveys that were taken showed that the residents of Colfax in the area were looking for another restaurant, a place for kids and families to go to. So that's where this originally started.
I can't think of a better idea for birthday parties or bachelor parties, or during the football season on Sunday. You go, you bowl, you watch the game, you eat. You know, there's a lot to do there. Was this Jim's idea?
It was Jim's and a couple of other people's. His son, A.J., was also involved initially at this with part of these ideas, yes.
All right. So Jim is the owner. You're the general manager. Tell us about the food part of it, the menu. What if I go in there, what am I going to be able to enjoy?
We run daily specials, lunch and dinner specials. We try to keep it a little bit more home-style type of food. Naturally, we have the burgers, the appetizers. We do fried chicken. We'll do specials with steaks, things like that.
You got to do burgers. It's a bowling alley.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
But not to think of it as a bowling alley. All right. So the Small Business Development Center.
Yes.
And every month they'll bring in somebody or a business owner, and we feature how they receive some assistance in some way from the SBDC, because opening a business, for most of us, I wouldn't know how to do it. Now, you've owned a business before.
That's correct.
But so where was the help here?
The help from Karen and her group of people was helping Jim initially get his business plan up and going, and also they were in constant contact with us as far as assisting us with financial avenues we had and marketing avenues and things like that. They were in all through different phases of our getting this place up and going.
And what's the response been from the local community so far?
It's been phenomenal. We've been very happy with the amount of families and them bringing their kids in. We tried to gear this, Mark, towards families because we have a great school district there, and we try to gear it towards the families and the kids. We have an arcade area for kids. We have the bowling alley. We have the adult gaming area. We have the restaurant and the bars. So we've got a lot of different venues there.
I bet you're busy after the high school football and basketball games.
Well, we went through the basketball season for the most part, but we're anticipating the basketball season being the same way, yes.
Yeah. All right. So where are you located for people that might want to try it out?
110 East Main in Colfax.
Easy to find. Just
easy to find,
turn
yes.
onto Main Street.
That's right.
It'll be right there.
That's right.
First block.
Yes.
All right. Very good. And now that we've talked to Bart Rigsby, the general manager of Bumpers Pub and Play in Colfax, we're going to get together with Karen Bassoni, who's the director of the Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University, and talk to her about their relationship with Bumpers and also get her business tip of the month. She joins us right now. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Mark, for having us.
You're pretty excited about this Bumpers Pub and Play in Colfax, right?
Yes. When Caitlin was with the SBDC, we had visited with Jim and Bart 3 different times, and then since we've been up there, a couple more times. Last week, I took my 3 student interns up there for lunch and wanted them to meet Jim and Bart, and they played a little bit. They bowled, and it was great. Yeah, it's a wonderful facility. It's beautiful, and I think the thing that I think speaks to me loudest is that Jim and others did all of the work inside. I mean, just did a total redo, essentially, and it's beautiful.
All right. Again, it's 110 Main Street in Colfax, Bumpers Pub and Play. It's a restaurant and party center, and it used to be 8 lanes of bowling. Well, they've kept 4 lanes of the bowling, and they've used the other 4 lanes that they took out. They cleaned them up, shined them up. They made them into the bar and the tables. So there's a real atmosphere about the place. All right, let's get to some of your business, Karen, and that is the events you have coming up before we get to your business tip of the month.
Okay. So the events we have coming up on July 16th at Illinois Wesleyan University State Farm Hall, room 110, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We are hosting another How to Start a Business in Illinois. It's more about the business plan itself, and that's sponsored by First Financial Bank. If you would be so kind to please register for the event on our website at www.mcleancosbdc.org. On August 21st, we have another How to Start a Business in Illinois seminar sponsored by Flanagan State Bank. And then in September, we are hosting for the 3rd year, it's actually on September 18th, the Veterans Roadshow, as we partner with the Small Business Administration to assist veterans with any business planning needs they may have to start up a business or help them grow their existing business. There will be more information available on our website and our Facebook handle at IWUSBDC, so please look for those. Also, I'd like to encourage the public to take a look at the McLean County Business Portal that was developed by a student intern that you hosted a couple of months ago, Mark, on your show. She designed and created this business portal that the county had been wanting for a couple of decades, actually. She partnered with a lot of key stakeholders such as the EDC, the Chamber of Commerce, the City of Bloomington, Town of Normal, and it's a great website. If you're interested in starting a business in McLean County, you may want to share with others, especially those that are coming from outside of McLean County wanting to start a business in McLean County. That business portal address is www.mcleancosmallbusinessinfo.org. And the business tip.
Yes, the business tip of the month. I need a drum roll here. I don't have one.
It is customer expectations. Knowing what customers want and expect is most likely the first and possibly most critical step in delivering very, very high quality in a product or service. Research shows that all the time. Being wrong about what customers want or expect can mean losing a customer's business.
Isn't the easiest way to approach that, though, as a business owner, you're also a customer.
Mm-hmm.
You patronize other businesses.
That's right.
Isn't the key to think like a customer and not like a business owner?
That is right. And it's also key to get feedback from customers. I know at the SBDC, we constantly survey we're approaching 400 clients. We're constantly surveying them, getting their feedback. And also when we offer a seminar, we want to know what people are thinking about its content and other topics that may be of interest. That's extremely important. And so surveying customers is another way to do that. And there's so many ways to do that. And we can help you with that, with your business, making sure that you're delivering to what customers expect. Because if we don't, they're going to go somewhere else that is delivering to that. And then unfortunately, it's possible we could lose those respective customers. So that's my tip of the day.
All right, very good. That's Karen Bassoni, the director of the Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University. If you want any more information about the SBDC, it's easy. Just go to their website. It's McLean Co. I just was looking at it right here, McLeanCoSBDC.org. McLean Co. SBDC.org, and that'll have phone numbers and tips and information, and they'll give you the blueprint if you're thinking about starting a new business. Maybe you have an idea. Maybe you haven't even done any more than just have an idea, but you don't know what to do after that. Maybe you just want to find out if your idea would have any sort of success behind it. Is this something that would work? Tell me about it. That's the kind of resources that are available to you at the Small Business Development Center. Karen, we'll see you next month.
Okay, great. I look forward to it. Thank you,
All right,
Mark.
there you go, your SBDC segment for this month.